As President Trump introduced the two men who will lead the government's race for a coronavirus vaccine, he made one thing clear. He's ready to reopen the country even without a medical breakthrough.
I just want to make something clear. It's very important. Vaccine or no vaccine, we're back. And we're starting the process.
Still, one of the two leaders of what's being called Operation Warp Speed, Moncef Slaoui, said he's optimistic the U.S. could have hundreds of millions of doses of the vaccine ready by the end of the year.
I have very recently seen early data from a clinical trial with a coronavirus vaccine. And these data made me feel even more confident that we will be able to deliver a few 100 million doses of vaccine by the end of 2020, and we will do the best we can.
That's an ambitious timeline, and many health experts aren't so sure it's achievable. Coronavirus Task Force Dr. Anthony Fauci is hopeful the government can meet that goal, but cautions Americans should be realistic.
There's no guarantee that the vaccine is actually going to be effective. You can have everything you think that's in place, and you don't induce the kind of immune response that turns out to be protective and durably protective. Given the way the body responds to viruses of this type, I'm cautiously optimistic that we will, with one of the candidates, get an efficacy signal.
At his own Rose Garden event, Mr. Trump appeared at times to downplay the importance of a vaccine.
Other things have never had a vaccine and they go away. So I don't want people to think that this is all dependent on vaccine, but a vaccine would be a tremendous thing.
The president also speculated that many Americans may already be immune to the virus, even though the scientific community isn't certain of that.
The vast majority, many people don't even know they have it. They have it, or they have sniffles, or they have a very minor sign, and they recover. Not only recover, they probably have immunity, whether it's short-term, long-term, but they have probably immunity.
Mr. Trump's comments came one day after he questioned the helpfulness of testing.
It could be the testing's, frankly, overrated. Maybe it is overrated. When you test, you have a case. When you test, you find something is wrong with people. If we didn't do any testing, we would have very few cases. They don't want to write that. It's common sense.
The president returned to his argument that schools should reopen in the fall, but without older teachers. Mr. Trump didn't sound concerned students could bring the virus home to their families.
I don't think that you should have 70-year-old teachers back yet. They should wait till everything is gone. I don't think you should have a professor that's 65 and has diabetes or has a bad heart back necessarily, or somebody that's older than that. But we want to see our schools back. We want to see our country start to work again.
Fauci warned earlier this week that is risky.
I think we better be careful if we are not cavalier in thinking that children are completely immune to the deleterious effects.
As for a vaccine, the president said he would be willing to accept one from China, even as he's been warning of halting trade talks with Beijing.
What happens if it's China? Will the U.S. still have access to that vaccine?
I would say the answer to that would be yes.
The president was touting other potential advances like a new high-speed missile for Mr. Trump's pet project, the Space Force.
I call it the super-duper missile. Space is going to be, it's going to be the future. We're now the leader in space.